Hello, I'm G-Dog and welcome to part 4 of the Let's Play series on Minecraft. This episode, the goals are I'm going to go to the nether and get some quartz so I can get some early game redstone going for some of the farms. So I'm going to need some of it for my gold farm. And I'm also going to see if I can get some blaze rods whilst I'm there. And then further on past that, when I go to the nether in a minute, I'm going to build my portal here. I'm actually then going to go work on a skeleton farm down in that cave. I don't actually need any of the redstone to work on a skeleton farm, but I just wanted to get this out of the way sooner than later, so I'm going to go ahead and get my portal built down here. Oh, there you go. Hopefully I get a good spawn into the nether is the theory behind it. Anyway, I always get a crap spawn, but we'll see and see. I've got some blocks on me and stuff. I'll should probably bring some wood actually, in all fairness. Just in case. Let me just mine this oak tree. Even if I get a bad spawn, all I'm going to do is just get my quartz. And then I'll be able to come back out of the nether and I'll have some bits and bobs, so what I'll use to keep successing. Just one of those spawns on it. Let me just get some of this lava around here. Well, that is actually a terrible spawn. It's done me so dirty down here. I'm gonna crack on and just like getting some quartz up there, and then I'm gonna jump back to the overworld. So the nether turned out being into a bit of a catastrophe. There wasn't really much there apart from that room which I logged into. So I came back straight away after just getting 44 quartz, which is a perfect amount for what I'm going to need anyway on the redstone side of things. So where to go from now is what I'm going to do is actually get everything ready that I need to make the that skeleton farm just down the way, and I think I'm just going to probably do a little time lapse of me digging it all out and then build a little bit of it on camera. So there's been a little change of plan since earlier. I couldn't find the that skeleton farm that I was looking for previously, but it's no issue to be fair. But I have added a shaders pack onto the world, so if you look now, this brings a bit more life into the world, doesn't it? Some colours going on and whatnot. But I'm actually going to build my base now because I've been meaning to do it for so long and I keep putting it off. So I think the plan is going to be if I come down here, there's a nice little bit of area that I'll be able to commandeer for myself and just take over in this little cave. I'll drop my torches somewhere, but see, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to build my house in have some sort of little farm and make a little community in there with some villagers and that. And then sort of build a walkway out up here. And then eventually, when I've done that, I will start transforming the villagers into better houses. So I'm just going to go on and sleep real quick and then get my materials ready to build. So this is the start of my my starter base. I'll just put the walls up and I've got some of this tinted glass, which is pretty cool. I haven't used too much glass as we run underground. I'm just figuring out what I want to use as the floor in here, because this is going to be my chest room. So I've got a block there to get up for now. And then the floor in here also I've got to figure out. But then I've got to put some sort of roof on it. And then maybe add some crops and farms around the area and then just see what sort of life I could bring to the build. So I haven't done much since the last cut, but I've gone around here with some deep slate like tiled blocks, and I've used bamboo for the floor. I haven't used bamboo before. And I thought like the yellow just went kind of nice with the contrast of the birch. But I'm going to change these oak logs out for spruce eventually. But this is going to be my chest room anyway, so I'm going to work on getting all this completed. And then going to get some bits in here, like some furnaces and stuff. I am going to have one upstairs, but I'm just trying to work that out now. Whether to have maybe just this bit go upstairs here and then just have a separate little roof. So it's like two different square buildings, so I think it's going to have like a flat roof maybe on this, like a semi-peaked roof. And I'm going to have like a nice, like a stapled roof on the top of this one. just to add a little bit of depth to it. So I was just running by the villager breeder, so I was just getting some wood for the chest in the new base. I was just running by, I've got a little bit of a problem. I didn't realise this thing just breeds infinite amount of villagers. Got so many villagers in there now, I need to start doing something with them. I still need a couple of books. So loud, let me get away from them. Obviously we've got the mending, the efficiency. The next one is Unbreaking 3 is the most important book that I need. But I'm also going to have to make a couple more of these Fletcher guys, so I can do the stick trade for the emeralds. And I could do with, I do need to get a better nether spawn, so I could try and find a nether palace thing, whatever it's called, a nether temple thing, and get myself some blaze powder. But I'm just going to go place these chests in the base, and then I've got to go and get some more deep slate to build the roof, and then I'm probably going to get a bit of carpet and just do a little bit of decorating. But it's coming along quite well, to be fair, if you look at it from now. I started adding a little bit of a path as well. I ran out of dirt. So yeah, I'm gonna get to placing a couple more of these chests down. I just found that villager breeder quite funny. I need to sort it out. There's like 25 villagers in there. Well, I'm gonna have a chest going up, just 3 high. I'm not gonna go 4 high. And then I'm going to I think in the middle, I was thinking of maybe having some barrels or something. I'm not sure this is gonna be enough room. And let's see how packed it is when it's all done. So I've just been working on a little bit more of the house. I've sort of brought the second floor up. Let's put a little bit more depth into it, so I'll just shut the doors and stuff here. So it's fully locked the cable, so I don't think you're getting creeped and whatnot, but I'll bring you down here into the chest room, which is a decent size. There's 54 chests down here all together. So like my stone and all like my wood there, sort of farm stuff, whatnot. I'll sort it all out soon enough. Down here I'm going to have some like furnaces and bits and bobs just to decorate it. And this is going to be my upstairs where I'm going to have like my bed. Have my bed up here somewhere. I might have to move this ladder over, I'm not sure. I could probably place my bed here by the windows. But that's what I've done so far. I've got all the deep slate on me. I think I've got enough deep slate to get on with the roof. I'm going to quickly tile this over and maybe incorporate a tiny bit of wood just to have a bit of colour from inside. And then work on getting the main roof done. So this is now attempt number 4 or 5 I think of trying to get this portal to work. So I'm just going to go in there real quick. I pray it don't give me one of these dodgy spawns again. I think it has, hasn't it? There's a baby pigman that I don't want to be fighting. Any of these pigmen. Okay, oh. I'm just going to send it. I don't want to fight these little pigmen. I'm just going to have a little explore and see if it opens up any bigger than the previous nether that we've had before. So I've just managed to find myself a blaze spawner. I've just built up around it. Just to make some sort of, it's not automatic, but the traps in the room anyway. I'm just planning to draw them down here. Probably do some fire resistance potions, but I'm getting tanks in a move on to this golden apples. Let's get some hearts back. Yeah, it's the only thing with blazes, man. They absolutely destroy, you know, with fire damage. I just want to get about half a stack of blaze rods while I'm down here anyway, just so I don't have to keep coming back and forward to the nether is the plan. This place here, it's took me about probably about 2 hours to get here, you know, with all the nether portals. I had to make 5 different portals. And then, be another apple. I had to make like 5 different portals to get a decent nether, and it still wasn't even a good nether spawn after all of that. Just the fire damage that gets you. But I'm going to carry on collecting a couple more of these blaze rods and I'm just going to crack on with the rest of the video. So I just got back from the nether trip and I did end up getting 40 blaze rods, which was decent. I got a couple of diamonds, a couple more horse armors from a few of the chests. I didn't record none of that, I was just flying around there, just running around like a madman. So Now that I've finally got my blaze rods, instead of getting straight into the villagers, which I'm not too fussed about, and I don't want to go to the end yet, you know what I mean? I want to drag that out a little bit, you know what I mean, and have a bit of fun while I'm here. So I think my next plan is actually going to get a ender chest. I've got some ender pearls up here, I think. Bash. I've got no obsidian on me. And then with the ender chests, I need to make a couple of ender chests actually. I'm going to make 2 ender chests, and I need one here as well. I want to actually go exploring for some powdered snow. Let's get another one of these guys. Ooh. And then get 2. I don't know why it wouldn't let me shift click that. I was pressing control. Right, so now I've got an ender chest. Where should I dump it? I suppose it would make sense having it down here with all the bits and bobs. So whack him on there. And there you have it. I've finished the base. It's not finished, but it's almost finished. I've added a little bit of detail. I think it looks a lot nicer than what it was on my last clip. So yeah, I've added a flat roof onto where the storage is, and then a peaked roof there, which is where like my bed and stuff is. So if I take you on inside, got the bamboo floor. I haven't really decorated this bit yet. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Upstairs, still very basic. There's nothing up here apart from got my bed up here. And then these are just some all the chests. I've got a lot of good stuff in these chests, and the copper chest, I've got iron, gold, diamonds, etc. These are all for redstone. Miscellaneous at the bottom. I managed to get my ender chest as well, which is good. So I just got to do a little bit of decorating in here, and that's pretty much done. I got to get a bit more wheat going around, and I'm probably going to fill this in here with some grass maybe, and add some flowers, and maybe try and get some moss maybe. But I am quite happy with it. I'll go behind the house. Obviously there's not much detail on the back of it. It looks kind of, I don't like how the back looks, but I'm not ever going to be looking at the back, so it doesn't bother me. Heading on over to the front of the house again. I think just above that window I want to add some buttons. Maybe above these pieces of glass add some buttons, and on there add a couple of buttons just to break up the detail within the wall and try and make it look a bit nicer. But now that I've showed you the house, I'm just going to crack on with doing some other bits. Before I do anything that involves exploring, I do actually want to take some of these emeralds and take a book as well. Because I have got a silk touch geyser in my old house, so I'm going to go quickly get a silk touch book and just stick that onto a diamond pickaxe real quickly, so I can break my ender chest every time I have to move type thing. But having this ender chest would be so much helpful, even just with building, being able to fill it with building supplies if I'm building away from a chest type thing and for trading. It'd be a dream when I finally get the shulker boxes as well. That'd be nice when I've done the ender dragon. Silk touch 13 emeralds, nice. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put that onto a diamond pickaxe, and then I think I'm actually going to go exploring and try and find the powdered snow that I was after. Because that's going to be game changer. As soon as I come out one of these gold farms, I'll have so much XP, and then I'll be able to stick mending on all my books, on all my tools, get mending books on all my tools, sorry. And then I'll be able to just build without having to worry about anything breaking all every 2 moments on me. I haven't got, I need an anvil down here, I don't have one. 3 blocks of you. Nice, so now we've got an anvil down here. Where should I put it? There's not really much here. I think I'm just going to stick it there in the corner. And then I'm also just going to make myself a fresh pickaxe since I haven't got one. Get 3 diamonds there. I've got some sticks here in there. Ooh. gonna make my pickaxe and then get the silk touch on it. I can work for an efficiency 5 book in the future as well, so I'm not even going to bother trying to get an enchant on it. Right, now I can move about freely now with all my stuff, which is lots better. Quickly go show you my house again real quick before the end of the episode. So I've done a little bit off camera. I've added these little stone boulevards just in the background. I'm going to add a couple of more. Didn't have enough tuff on me, so I'm going to add these going around the cave and maybe coming out the roof. But yeah, that's the house. I've added a couple of vines. I bought them off a wandering trader, so I'm also waiting for those to grow. And I'll add them around the cave and stuff to make it look a bit more... So there's a bit more of a look to it. I've added the wheat going around there. And also the brewing stands look pretty cool in the front window. But yeah, I just want to make a little announcement and say thank you for all the support I've had in the comments on the last few videos. It's quite nice to be fair, but for the next episode, now that I've finally built the house, got it out of the way, I can start moving on to a couple of different projects. So I think I'm going to make an automatic bamboo farm would be nice, and an automatic sugarcane farm. I think definitely the sugarcane farm I might work on next. Will probably be one of the better things, because the bamboo farm I would prefer to be able to make a flying machine, and I don't actually have any slime for a flying machine at the moment, so I am going to have to try and find some slime chunks, which maybe in the if I try to find a swamp or something, I think they're quite good for slimes, or some normal caves. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for today on today's episode, and I'll be working on episode 5, and that should be at some point next week, hopefully.